6:30 p.m. it is sound of the now was report for this Friday, September 19th, 1986. Good evening, my young Peter Wiggins. There's what's happening. 4 feared raiders would said to be accumulating shares in USX, with the former United States Steel sending a shock up 5% of its stock about a week, with 17.5 million shares traded yesterday. The pressure applied by the reported investors Robert Holmes of Court, T. Boone Pickens, Calcia Khan, and Erwin L. Jacobs could be used to USX to take action that would provide profit for stockholders. Ralston Perez in negotiations with Anderson Clayton acquired the Houston-based company. Ralston's chairman and said he would recommend to his board next week that it acquire Anderson Clayton for $62 a share in cash, or about $755 million. Ted Bates Worldwide removed his chief executive Robert E. Jacoby. He was replaced by Donald M. Zucker, who has been president of the New York Corporation until earlier this month. Delta and American will offer service to Tokyo from Portland and Dallas. The airlines were selected by the government and over several other carriers. Ford posted preliminary price increases on its 1987 cars ranging from 3.2% to 9%, and Toyota said prices of 87 models will be average 3.3% more on this year's models. Time and corporate plans to move parts of its information systems group by the Chicago suitors on a pretext charge of $50 million. Ministers of major nations settled disputes on trade-in services and agriculture, clearing the way for new trade liberalization talks. Clayton K. Yoder, ahead of the American delegation, predicted a get accord by this morning. Japan adopted measures to stimulate its flagging economy on. Officials said that the moves should be for $23.4 billion in the direct economic growth over this next year. The Philippines may gain lower annual payments of $14 million it owns 43 foreign banks, according to a spokesman for President Aquino, who met with a panel of bankers. The stock market finished nearly lower with much less volatility than some analysts have feared. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 11.53 to 1,762.65, but other indexes showed very narrow declines. Volume rose to 153.9 million shares. Professionals and regulators said that a triple expiration on various index options and futures was not as much an event. Short interest on the big board was up 12.2 million shares, or 3.3% to a record of 387.1 million shares on the month ended September 15th. Bond prices fell sharply as traders said an investor selling was unrelenting with little buying appetite. The dollar fell further against most foreign currencies. Gold jumped $15.75 an ounce to $433.50. In New York trading, precious metals futures soared on the belief that inflation will increase. Platinum was up to the daily limit of $25 an ounce. Ryan Owens, ABC News. Americans' personal income climbed 0.4% in August, while consumer spending, bolstered by car sales, shot up by 1.1%, but many analysts said that the figure was not strong as they had been expressed concern about growth prospects. President Reagan ordered a review of the nation's security and energy, but the action was regarded as essentially a device to improve the election chances of certain Republican candidates. About 340 special tax breaks were included in the final tax revision bill at a total cost about $10.6 billion. An estimated 80% of the senators received at least one transitional rule. The Senate moved toward the approval of the legislation to reduce the 1987 deficit by $13.3 million to $13.3 billion. The debt security is the new ones provide possible capital appreciation based on the performance of the stock market in addition to the fixed income. The appreciation occurs at a Standard & Poor's 500 stock index rather than about the predetermined level. A patent has been granted for a method of preparing infection-resistant coatings for wound covers and urinary catheters implanted in the body. And that's great. And now the report for this September 19th, 1986 on a Friday. I'm Peter. So you have a good night, and I'll see you on Monday. Good night and a good weekend.